Coming up later, is it really true what I now read, that love is the price celebrity women must pay for success? Odd. I'll have to ask the panel. Today, the Albanese government stands at a turning point with this global warming crusade. One way, disaster for us all, the other, a return, hopefully, to some sanity. The government wants Parliament to change what's called the gas security mechanism, to force more than 200 of our biggest emitters to cut their emissions by 5% every year or pay big. Sounds dull, but it's going to be very important because the Liberals are saying no, it's going to cost consumers way too much. That means the government's going to depend on the Greens to get this passed by the Senate. But Greens are demanding a price, as some boy senator with really excited eyes explained.
So Labor, our message to you is we will pass your safeguard mechanism, we'll put aside our other concerns about the bill if you agree to stop new coal and gas.
This guy's got your future in his hands, seriously? No more new coal and gas projects? What are the Greens thinking? We're already short of gas and electricity. It's insane. But our Energy Minister today said he's open to negotiations with the Greens, as did the normally sane Resources Minister.
We have a relationship with the Greens where we can talk issues through, but within parameters. And the parameters in which I will discuss these issues is the election mandate we sought and received.
We have not ruled anything in or out, and the minister responsible for these negotiations, Minister Bowen, has said as much. And
Be very worried. Joining me is Nationals Senator Matt Canavan, himself a former Resources Minister. A moment of truth for Labor, Matt.
Well, it's a fork in the road, isn't it, Andrew? A fork here about whether they choose to become a Labor Green government or a Labor right government, a Labor government on the side of the workers. I mean, this is already a stupid policy, especially right now where people are struggling to pay their bills. Why would you put a big new carbon tax on Australian families and households while inflation is at 7.8%? And this is a new tax. It's a new requirement on those 215 businesses you mentioned to pay more. Those businesses include our last two oil refineries, so that'll push petrol prices up. They include Qantas and Virgin, so that'll put airfare prices up. And they include, of course, some of our biggest industries that employ people and provide people good jobs in our mining sector, in what's left of manufacturing. So it's not the right time for this policy, and it's only going to be made worse if the Labor Party, as seems indicated there by the comments, is open to letting the Greens rewrite it and close down our coal and gas industries. I mean, let's be clear here what the Greens want. What they want is what Vladimir Putin has just done to Europe. What Vladimir Putin has done to Europe over the past year is close off access to what they have, their fossil fuels. They used to get them from Russia. They haven't over the past year. It's cost Europeans now €800 billion to bail our customers out over the past year. Why would we want to do the same thing here in this country? We have access. We have God-given access to some of the best energy resources in the world. But if we listen to the Greens, they will lock that up for us. And just like Vladimir Putin, take it away, we'll be up for his bigger bill.
It frightens me. Don't forget, that tax also applies to gas companies when electricity and gas prices going through the roof. I note the new research, by the way, on a new poll on Labor's plan for the voice, which is kind of Aboriginal-only parliament in our constitution. Now, to get this passed in a referendum this year, Labor's going to need a majority of Australians and in a majority of states, 4 of them, to say yes. But the latest poll shows support for the voice has already dropped 6 points and support in 2 states is now under 50%, South Australia and WA. Matt, Labor's plan for the voice seems to be in trouble.
Well, I think what is happening with The Voice is the more people listen to what The Voice is about, the less likely they are to support it. There has been a notionally high level of support to date for The Voice, but I think that's been in an environment where most people have no idea what it is. Some people even probably think it's about a reality TV show involving singing. As people find out more about it, there's been controversy about it, then people are starting to think, well, actually, no, I don't want our country divided by race. So I don't think our nation, the problems that befell our nation, require more politicians in Canberra to fix, because that's what The Voice is about. I suppose my other message here to your viewers, though, Andrew, is do not be complacent. This poll also finds that still only 26% of people are opposed to The Voice. in total, and that is, I say, reflective of the fact that a lot of people don't understand it yet. And so I imagine most of your viewers are quite informed and have views. Make sure you do talk to your friends and colleagues about this before the end of the year. A lot of them wouldn't even know what is happening. Don't take it for granted that they think like you. As I say, Matt, just even a short conversation will probably convince them that this is a bad idea.
Well, the message is the more people know about it, the less they want it.